Hi, I'm Anastasia and very welcome on my channel. I'm very happy to see you here. Normally my content is about my way in science and also my life in Germany, but recently I decided to go to Bali for 3 wonderful weeks. It was a very sudden decision, but I'm so happy that I made it. So right now you could find many videos about Bali and this is one of them. Here I will try to estimate all my spendings there and I will tell you how much I spent during these 3 weeks, and also I will show you the hotels where I was staying in. Since it was a completely solo trip, I decided to book all of them in advance. Also, I found all of them just on booking.com, and of course I will link down below all the places where I was staying in, and also please check my other videos, more beautiful and interesting one about my times there, and there will be more. So let's start with this one. I know that actually prices are changing quite dramatically and very fast, but important to know that I've spent these 3 weeks in May 2022. So I think I bought the tickets maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the trip, and also most crucial thing was visa for me, since I really needed and I had to do that in advance, not an arrival type of visa, and actually I got it the very last evening before the trip, so I was a bit nervous about visa. And the price for the tickets was 630. It is a 2-way ticket, and of course I chose the most cheap one. It was a Scoot Airlines. I didn't choose any options of food, and there was first plane from Berlin to Singapore, and then from Singapore to Bali to Denpasar. From Berlin to Singapore it will take you about 12 hours, and then another 2.5 hours from Singapore to Bali. Also, since I decided not to buy any food on the plane, I took a lot of with me, and actually I think it was a nice decision, since I was able to take something what I really like. So just in case, I took some carrots and paprika, and of course some bread and ham and cheese. And also it was nice decision to take this fruit food for kids, because you don't need a refrigerator to keep them, and of course water and some cookies, I guess. So I spent another maybe, let's say, 30 euros for that. And also I remember that I spent another maybe 40 euros to buy some cosmetics, some sunscreen, and some face masks for the plane. So yeah, let's count this money as well. And here maybe I could tell you another suggestions from me. I mean, it's really up to you to take them out, but still I really like that I took some vegetables to me on this long plane. And also 2 times during these 12 hours I did some 20 minutes yoga. Finally I'm using a YouTube primary setup, and I'm able to download videos from YouTube. So I just download some yoga practices with only stand position. And really, I don't know how else to survive during these 12 hours away. And it was such a relief after I did some yoga, and I did it like twice, because it was a cheap plane, but still quite a big one. And they have this space in between near the bathroom area, so it was very easy to do that. And now let's start with the very first hotel that I was staying in. So my first city was Ubud, and there I stayed in this hotel, a very nice one. I would say it's quite simple, but everything you need is there. So here's the room. You could find fridge there and a nice balcony. And also what I really appreciate, that you really could feel some traditional Bali environment and interior, because this is another family hotel, so there are many stone statues. And also the most important thing there is, I guess, a pool in the middle of the jungle, which is also very nice. what was maybe most importantly for me, that this hotel was 10 minutes walk from yoga space called the Barn. So for 5 days in this hotel, I paid 61 euros, and also I paid 41 euro for unlimited pass, unlimited 1 week pass in Yoga Barn Studio. And yeah, that was my plan, to spend 2 or 3 classes per day in this wonderful yoga space. So what I did, and I really appreciate to have this routine there. So every day I joined these classes, had some other plans as well. I made a photo shoot there, and of course just walk around the city. So yeah, that was my plan, to visit this yoga barn for 2 or 3 classes every day, and that's what I was doing. And also on Friday they have a special event, a dancing event from 7 till 9, but you have to pay extra for that, and that costs you around 8 euros. And in the end I came there each Friday, so I spent 24 euros for this evening dance event there. About food prices, they're quite cheap there, and I think sometimes it is even cheaper to eat at the restaurants rather to buy something at the supermarket. And let's approximate, I think I spent around 10 euros per day for the whole trip. So let's say I spent not 210 but maybe 250 for the food there. Then I came to Canggu, and there I stayed at the hostel. First I wanted to stay there for this 9 nights, but I realized that actually Canggu is not really my place. I didn't enjoy to be there, and I decided to leave that place much earlier. But anyway, for 9 nights I was going to pay 125, but I think I paid only for 5 nights. So I will count here how much it was. And now I will show you a very nice hostel where I was staying in, called Kos One. Yeah, maybe it's just an experience of staying at the hostel is not really what I prefer now, just in general. But if you do like that, if you like to stay at the hostel, I would definitely suggest this one. As I told you, I very suddenly decided to leave Canggu earlier and just book another hotel in Uluwatu. Actually, it was a very hard decision whether I should go back to a place that I fell in love, to Ubud, or just move forward to the new places. I decided the second option, so I went to Uluwatu, and there I booked another hotel for 5 nights, and it costs me 84 euros. And here's the very first hotel I was staying in Uluwatu. For the next 4 days, I found a very nice family farm, and also they have 5 beautiful wooden houses there. So it's also a family hotel. It is also in Uluwatu, but a bit, maybe like 20 minutes on bike from this hotel. And for that family hotel, I paid 72 euro. For last 4 days there, one of that day, and I think it was my last day in Bali, it was my birthday, so I chose the most fancy one, and it was right above the ocean, so I could see it from my huge, not a window, but a glass wall, and you really just live in front of the ocean. I really wanted to wake up on my birthday and see an ocean in front of me, and I spent for that 4 days at that hotel 124 euros. In my particular case, I was very lucky to meet many wonderful people, and some of them helped me to move from one place to another sometimes. Also, some of them teach me how to surf, so I didn't spend money on surf lessons, which I was actually going to spend. And I know that surf lessons in Bali cost you around 40 euros per maybe 2 hours lesson, and I think you should take about 2 or 3 at least. And also transport there is very cheap, for about 1 million Indonesian rupees, so it's about 65 euros. You could rent a bike basically for a month, so you will not spend any more for the transport. In my case, I was, as I told you, a bit afraid to rent bike, since I never been in Bali before, and I was afraid of left side traffic. I was afraid of traffic in general, but I'm sure I will take a bike next time. But at that time I decided that's fine, I will spend some money on taxi, and let's say I spent around maybe 80 euros on transport. Also in Bali you could find not only wonderful restaurants and people and places, but also nice shops with nice clothes, and I was lucky not to spend much there, but still I think I spent around 1 million something Indonesian rupees, so another maybe 80 euros for shopping. Also, actually it was a present from my parents to my birthday, so maybe I will not count that. And yeah, here's the very final sum, the very final money amount that I spent in Bali, and I'm very interested in counting that when I will be editing this video. And yeah, I think here I will end up the video. Thank you so much for being here, and of course I appreciate very much all your support, so please leave any comment and subscribe to the channel, and of course like the video. So yeah, thank you so much, and see you in the next one.